In this video, we are going to answer the questions from the poem Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. 1. Who is the poet of Keeping Quiet? The poet of Keeping Quiet is Pablo Neruda. 2. What is the real name of Pablo Neruda? The real name of Pablo Neruda is Neftali Ricardo Reyes Basaulto. 3. What does the poet of Keeping Quiet want us to do? The poet of Keeping Quiet wants us to count to 12 and be still. 3. What is an exotic moment in keeping quiet? An exotic moment, according to the poet, in keeping quiet is the moment of stillness and complete silence. 4. How can we all be together in a sudden strangeness? We can all be together in a sudden strangeness by a moment of complete silence. What is meant? 5. What is meant by green wars? Green wars mean wars against environment. 1. What will counting up to 12 and keeping still help us achieve? Counting up to 12 and keeping still will help us to achieve peace. The stillness will help us to understand ourselves. Rush and hurry has caused us troubles. The absence of hustle and bustle will enable us to listen to our inner voice. 2. Do you think the poet advocates total inactivity and death? The poet does not advocate total inactivity and death. He clearly states that stillness should not be confused with total inactivity. Total inactivity would lead to death. He does not want to relate with the idea of death. The stillness he speaks of is the need to stop harming the nature and to maintain peace. 3. What is the sadness that the poet refers to in the poem? The sadness that the poet refers to in the poem is that we have failed to understand ourselves. The poet states that our single-mindedness about keeping our lives moving have led us to chaos. His own actions and thoughts are behind his sadness. 4. What symbol from nature does the poet invoke to say that there can be life under apparent stillness? The poet invokes the symbol of the earth to show that there can be life under apparent stillness. The earth teaches us that nature is at work even under apparent stillness. The earth never attains total inactivity, yet appears to be still. 5. What does the poet say about different kinds of wars? The poet says that all kinds of wars must stop. The green wars, wars with gas and wars with fire must stop. Wars means death and destruction. These wars are meaningless because it gains victory with no survivors. These wars will lead humans towards his doom. 6. What does the poet ask the fisherman to do? The poet asks the fisherman to not harm the whales in the cold sea. It is a way to tell the humans not to destroy nature. 7. What is the meaning of wars with gas? Wars with gas means the use of poisonous gases in war. Using poisonous gases harm the environment. What is the meaning of wars with fire? Wars with fire means the use of firearms in wars to kill people. It would one day end in destruction of mankind. With this, we come to the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and keep supporting us.